Good morning, natural gas. It's Monday, February 2nd, 2026. It's Groundhog Day. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company, and this is the top news for natural gas. Number one, in the US, the weather models have shifted warmer. Number two, Devon and Coterra in a $58 billion merger. Number three, in Europe, the weather continues to be bitterly cold, which is driving storage stocks dangerously low. And number four, Golden Pass LNG is expected to be online in early March. Let's turn to the spot March natural gas contract. Currently, right now, we are trading at 358, down 77.4 cents, or almost 18%. That's right, we gapped lower as the US weather models turn much warmer. And unfortunately, that means the RSI has now turned to the sell side. So we've got a massive gap here above the market, and we're now almost approaching the 50% retracement of this entire move from January the 9th through the 30th. And that comes in at 3502. So that'll be our first support level. We're already through the 13-period exponential moving average. The 48-period exponential moving average comes in at 344.5. And that puts us then at the next target, which would be the 618 retracement at 328.40. Let's turn to the hourly chart. And as you can see, a massive gap with this weather forecast change. It has become untradeable over the weekend. You cannot take positions on Friday all the way through Monday. It's insane. And as you can see here, we've got the upside for the 13-period exponential moving average now at 365.80. And above that, the 48-period at 3803. So this is the hourly chart. And that means the RSI is just going sideways here at a very, very low level, but it needs some colder weather in order to bounce. Storage expectations this week on Thursday, minus 368 according to Celsius Energy. That would be an all-time record. But unfortunately, we are lacking some continued cold weather, so we're down hard. And what does that mean for the front to back spreads? Well, here's the Jan 27 versus April 26. This is the injection spread. And as you can see, we're currently trading right now at 157.5, up 22.2 cents. Or over 16% on this gap, also to the upside for this particular spread, because as the front comes down, this spread is widening. How about the April through October strip? Down, because this now is pushing toward its critical support level at 360. We're currently trading at 374.60, down 48.3 cents, or over 11.43%. The RSI is turning lower. That means we're going to test that 360 level in the next day or so. How about the weather? Well, this is what it looks like today. And it was quite cold out here in Western Pennsylvania, Punxsutawney. That's where Phil, the groundhog, saw his shadow. And again, that means he's calling for 6 more weeks of winter. How's his track record? 35% accurate. So unfortunately, it's really worse than flipping a coin. And as you can see, as we go forward here in the forecast, warmer temperatures coming in across Texas through Florida, keeping that cold air really bottled up in the Great Lakes all the way over to New England. Let's see if this holds. But right now, we've got a major weather change. It does look like the weather tries to come back in around the 16th of February. But right now, we don't have it being sustained all the way to the south. And as you can see, warmer temperatures start creeping up around the 17th across the eastern seaboard, all the way back to New York, supposedly reaching 55 degrees. This would be a massive warm up for that area right now. And as you can see, all the way through this is the GFS model, all the way out to the 18th. It's warm across the southern tier. How about Europe? Well, it's got some very cold temperatures right now, and this is what it continues to look like for the next few days. It does get a brief warm period again as we move through the period here through the 6th here of February, before that cold air starts to come right back in around the 9th, and it lasts all the way through, I think, the 13th here. Yeah, about the 13th before it warms up, and then it becomes very warm at the end of the forecast period. This is going to be helpful because storage stocks are 41.1% full across the EU, France down to 30.7%. Germany 32.4%. This is a 2-day lag, which means France is below 30%. They desperately need warmer temperatures. How about Asia? Well, that cold air coming into Europe is also coming in at the same time for the Koreas, Eastern China, and Japan. These are Arctic temperatures here around February the 8th. So that means we're warm in the United States, cold in Europe, cold in Asia around the 8th. And here's the snow cover for the United States, reaching all the way down into Georgia, even parts of Louisiana, it looks like here, and of course, Texas. And the Great Lakes, 54.6% covered in ice. So let's take a look at the U.S. nuclear fleet. We had one trip off, and that's VC Summer in South Carolina. So currently, right now, we're down to 3.3 gigawatts that are offline for the U.S. nuclear fleet. It has performed remarkably well through this winter period. And how about the long-term drought situation? We've got extensive drought across Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, all the way back into Indiana and Illinois, as well as the Southeast. We'll have to keep a careful eye on this as the market continues to trend between ENSO neutral conditions right now and El Nino conditions this summer. How about the stocks for the oil and gas E&P sector? Stocks between $2 and $10 billion and have a high short float over 10%. Well, of course, with natural gas collapsing, CRK is down, CNX is down, and a few others like Murphy are down, but the rest of them are up positive with more potential in crude oil. So again, recapping here, we are currently trading 354.30 down 81.1 cents or over 18.5% for the March spot contract. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.